What's up guys, Saulius, I'm back again. I'm back. So today we're going to react to videos in the Walking Dead characters intelligence tiers made by Evin Notes. This was requested by in the Bravo Gamer 8676. He asked to could you react this one and Walking Dead intelligence tier list video by Evin Notes. I said sure I will do it. I will do it, man. I will do it, man. Wait few days, man. Okay, and then now we're going to react to videos. So I'm ready. This will be 20 minutes videos, and this will be two parts. So let's begin.
Today we're gonna do intelligent tier list of Walking Dead characters. I already did Evil One. Link is in description if
We
you
saw
want to
this
check out.
before. Yeah, we saw
Let's
this
start with
before,
Andy.
but now we're going to
Now
see
don't get me
how
wrong,
he has
I love me some
smartest
Andy
or
St. John.
dumbest and lost.
His goofy charm and blind loyalty to his big bro Danny are pretty endearing in their own special way. But holy cannoli, is this dude dumb as a box of rocks or what? Let's look at the evidence, shall we? First off, Andy's the type of guy who'd buy a pet rock because the salesman said it was house-trained. His critical thinking skills are on par with a garden gnome's. Dude believes whatever anyone tells him without a shred of skepticism. Then there's his complete lack of survival instincts and awareness of his surroundings. Hey Andy, you know the zombie apocalypse is going on, right? Maybe don't wander off into the woods alone, constantly putting your friends at risk, having to come rescue your dense self. But arguably, Andy's most brain-dead move was siding with his wacko brother Danny after he started a freaking war with another group over some pitiful...
Of course, see that. Oh my god. This will be end. Suck my dick twice ads. Okay, I'm done with this.
brother Danny after he started a freaking war with another group over some pitiful beef about stealing supplies. Like, bro, read the room. Your bro's gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And also he used a bear traps, but Andy by accident, stepped a bear traps and now he can't move. Sadly, Andy will be dead too. Realize would never turn. I know.
Wake up and smell the rotting zombie corpses. At the end of the day though, you can't really stay mad at good ol' Andy. His dumb juice-chugging ways are just so incessantly, well, dumb, that it becomes almost endearing in a ridiculously stupid kind of way. He's a lovable goofball to be sure. But let's be real. When it comes to intelligence, Andy belongs way down in the dank depths of the dumb tier. Hopefully he doesn't get anyone else killed with his thick-headedness. But hey, at least he's got that trademark goofy grin going for him. What a guy. Next, old Ben Paul is kind of a mixed bag in the smarts department, you dig? On one hand, the dude's clearly book smart and can think pretty logically when the chips are down. He was a straight-A student before the zombie season premiered, so the kid's obviously rocking some working brain cells. But man, oh man, does Ben crumble under pressure. His decision-making just totally falls apart anytime stuff hits the fan. Freezing up and frantically pointing fingers instead of, actually being useful in tense situations. Not exactly Einstein-level crisis management there, Chief. Then you've got...
And Ben also so stupid when he pick up a small axe, realized he will do, but realized do not pick up a small axe, and he did, because he's been so stupid, this would be a trap. This would be taking place episode 4. I know that part.
Got his total inability to own up to his major screw-ups for the longest time.
Ben, he's so stupid, became a genius, but he was so stupid.
Dude just cannot take responsibility, and it ends up costing the group big time on multiple occasions. Like, damn Ben, nut up or shut up already. At the end of the day though, I'd say Ben lands pretty solidly in that average intelligence tier. The kid's got intellectual potential for sure, but some really lacking street smarts and mental fortitude drag him down to middle-of-the-road status. Could be worse, could be better, he's just average. Brenda. Get ready for this one. Brenda's dumb intelligence is the kind of mind-numbing stupid that makes you question how she even dresses herself in the morning. Let's start with her almost impressive lack of self-awareness and overall obliviousness. This chick is so dense, she thinks the zombie apocalypse is just one big rebellious party against the man. Yeah, no, Brenda. Those are literal undead cannibals trying to eat your face, honey. Then we've got her straight-up moronic decision-making that constantly endangers herself and everyone around her. Negotiating with psychopathic lunatics for safe passage? Check. Blindly trusting said lunatic's obvious lies? You know it. Using herself as a human freaking shield against armed guards? Brenda's dumb bravery knows no bounds. But ultimately, what really solidifies her dumb tier status is her almost impressive ability to just never learn from her idiotic mistakes and poor choices. Girl keeps doubling and tripling down on her massively terrible judgment calls until it finally bites her in the brain. Hard. At this point,
He bites her over there because he died this one, because he realized Marky was affected as zombies, and he died this one. Yeah, we know Marky died because he realized he cut off his legs, was not realized he was a good guy, but he was died. And I thought so you have to check out what happened to her. Look out was what happened to her Mark, but nope, you can't do that, which you can. Mark dies. It still sucks.
calling Brenda a few fries short of a Happy Meal would be a vast understatement. This clown cranially flatlined ages ago and lugs around her dumb level over 9,000 like a badge of honor. An all-timer in the dumb intelligence pantheon for sure. Now Bree's one of those characters that really keeps you guessing in the Brainiac department, you know? On the surface, she seems pretty switched on, pragmatic, calculating, able to actually plan ahead instead of just winging it. The type of critical thinker you want on your zombie apocalypse team for sure. But the more you get to know Bree, the more you realize a good chunk of her intelligence is really just pure cold-blooded selfishness and manipulation masquerading as smarts. Like, she's certainly no idiot tactically, but she'll just as easily throw you under the bus to save her own skin if need be. Not exactly big brain energy there. There's also the question of whether Bree's decision-making actually qualifies as intelligent, or just flat-out cruel and unethical at times. Does rationally deciding to extort and threaten other survivors really make you smart? Or just a huge asshole? Food for thought. At the end of the day, I'd say Bree skates by on somewhat intelligent status. She's got enough wits to survive, sure, but also makes a ton of morally questionable power moves that make you go, "Re-ollie, sis?" Her intelligence gets the job done, but at what cost? Somewhat smart, somewhat shady as hell. Chet. Chet is about as straight down the middle average intelligence as they come. The dude's no mastermind, but he's also not hopelessly stupid either. He's just there, you know? On the plus side, Chet generally shows some decent common sense and problem-solving ability when worse comes to worst. He's able to think on his feet okay in crisis situations and not completely fall apart. Reasonably good judgment calls more often than not. Nothing special, but perfectly serviceable average smarts. But man, does this dude lack ambition and any real go-getter mentality? Chet's the type who's content just coasting through life, never really applying himself or thinking too hard about anything. Doesn't take any dumb risks per se, but also doesn't ever go the extra mile mentally. Peaked in high school and all that. When you boil it down, Chet is the human embodiment of a decent 2.7 GPA. Not an idiot, but certainly no genius either. Just your basic, painfully average Joe in the smarts department through and through. But hey, at least he's slightly above dumb tier, so there's that. Krista is one of those characters that just oozes raw, unbridled intelligence from the moment she shows up, you dig? This chick is wicked smart, and she knows it. From her calm, analytical approach to even the hairiest situations, to her impressive skill set and ability to think several moves ahead strategically, Krista's brain is operating on another level compared to most. She sizes up threats and opportunities with a keen, calculated eye. But what really sets Krista apart is her incredible emotional intelligence and empathy. For as razor-sharp as her strategic mind is, she's also self-aware and able to deftly navigate complex group dynamics with some serious social smarts. She knows just how to talk to people and bring out the best in them. Between her book smarts, life experience wisdom, and incredible instincts, Krista undoubtedly claims a top spot in the intelligent tier of Walking Dead characters. Quick-witted, perceptive, and a true force to be reckoned with upstairs, she's the whole package. Clementine. Okay, let's give it up for the true intellectual MVP, Clementine. This kid is widely intelligent beyond her years, in a way that's both awesome and low-key heartbreaking, given the traumatic circumstances. Even from a young age, you can see the gears constantly turning in Clem's head as she hyper-analyzes every move and contingency. Her mind is a razor, adeptly breaking down problems with this cold, calculating precision that'll honestly make you a little uncomfortable at times. She sees things others miss. But Clem is so much more than just a little academic wunderkind, yo. What's so extraordinary is her ability to seamlessly blend those crazy high smarts with incredible emotional wisdom, empathy, and resilience. Dealing with that level of psychological trauma and grief while still maintaining her humanity and optimism. Iron freaking clad will. No debate about it. Clementine stands as a pillar of grounded, well-rounded intelligence. She's clever, perceptive, socially adept, and just straight up unstoppable when she puts her mind to something. Danny. Boy, here's a real room temperature IQ kind of fella, ain't it? Danny St. John is about as dumb as they come, based as all get out in the dumb tier. Right off the rip, you can tell there's not a whole lot going on upstairs with old Danny boy. The way he just blandly follows his brother Andy's nonsensical ramblings and crazy plans really sets the tone. Any critical thinking ability there, big fella? Because it sure doesn't seem like it. Then you've got his complete inability to read basic social cues and human behavior. Dude legitimately cannot seem to understand why people don't react well to him. You know, constantly threatening them and acting like a psycho. It's like empathy and self-awareness are completely foreign concepts in that hollow melon of his. But of course, Danny's dumbest move has to be starting an all-out war with another group over the dumbest perceived slight about them stealing their supplies. My guy, do words like sharing and compromise not penetrate that thick skull whatsoever? Herschel. You just know a dude's packing some serious brain power when he can rock that classic Southern farmer look but still surprise you with his depth of wisdom and emotional intelligence. That's Herschel Green in a nutshell. On a surface level, Herschel is crazy book smart, a veterinarian by trade, so you know he had to grind through them studies. But his intelligence runs way deeper than just academics. This is a profoundly insightful man who seems to have this innate understanding of human nature and bringing out the best in people. The way Herschel can so easily read folks and situations, cutting through the BS with his plain-spoken pragmatism. Chef's kiss. Add that to his impressive real-world survival skills and steady leadership, and you've got one wise, highly intelligent cookie. But where Herschel truly laps the field is his strong ethical compass and moral fortitude. Having that staggering level of integrity while facing apocalyptic horrors and still managing to hold firm to his values. That's some disciplined, next-level intelligence right there. Now Katja is one of those characters that kind of exists in that ambiguous, somewhat intelligent middle ground, you know? She's no dumb, but she's not quite playing 4D chess upstairs either. What you've got to respect is her clear, educated background and practice of critical thinking. Katja approaches obstacles rationally and with a fair amount of pragmatism, usually making sensible choices. She's a decent crisis manager when stuff goes down, mostly keeping her cool. That said, the woman definitely has some glaring blind spots in terms of reading people and overall self-awareness. Like how she was so loyal to dogmatic jerk Larry despite his obvious flaws definitely raises some questions about her judgment. She's intelligent, but maybe a bit too set in her ways intellectually as well. When you boil it down, Katja's dilemma is that her education and disposition lend themselves to somewhat intelligent choices. But she can also be frustratingly stubborn and naive at times in ways that undercut her IQ points. A solid second-tier intellect overall, but certainly no world-beater upstairs.
Балду Turgus Kaune
Of
ir
course,
Vilniuje.
these ads
Jūs
will not
visada
go
maloniai
away. Oh
nustebins
my goodness, I'm so
milžiniškas
sorry.
asortimentas.
But certainly no world-beater upstairs in the end. Kenny. The guy's definitely got enough smarts about him to get by and hold his own. But man, does he also let his emotions and rash decision-making override his better judgment way too often?
We now love Kenny, but it still sucks because Kenny he died on season 3 because he was not realized he's a trap, and he did. Because he was not realized he died a car crash, and yeah, he did. He realized he can't get up because he got broke a legs, and realized he stood no chance, so he died. So he did help her AJ. He was baby bored. He was sad, was not realized, and his mother also got affected, and you have to kill him. But realize it's a trap, so you have to kill AJ. Also, does survive repealed season 2, season 3, and seasons 4. Yeah, this will be finale, and that's it. I wish more seasons, but that will be the end. I know, I know. We're gonna end video. I will say goodbye, Saulius, and see you tomorrow, okay? Have a good night and stay tuned for that on next day. I definitely not going to school, okay? What possibly go wrong?